Hi there and welcome to another video from HEGARTYMATHS. It's Mr. Hegarty here, and in this video we're going to talk about expanding double brackets, but I'm going to talk about using fluency to do that. So what I'd like us to be able to do by the end of this video is to be able to expand double brackets such as the following. I already have done a video on this showing you the methods, but this video I'm going to try and show you a way of doing it in your head. So, if you're more comfortable with the way I showed in the previous video, that's absolutely fine. This is just for more advanced, if you're finding that quite easy, and for people looking to go on and do A-level maths, this is the type of thing you'd want to be trying to get to do in your head. Now, before I actually show you the in your head method, as it were, let's just do the old method. So what you would do is you would break this up and you would say it's 3x multiplied by this bracket here, and then plus 2 multiplied by the second bracket again, and you would expand out, so you would have 3x squared add 3x from here, and you would have add 2x add 2. You'd get your highlighter out, highlight the x squareds, there's 3x squareds, highlight the x's, there's positive 3x and positive 2x, and highlight the number, there's positive 2. Then we collect like terms and we say that therefore is 3x squared add 5x add 2. Okay, so that's the method that's great for the exam, so use this method. The method I'm about to show you is so you can start doing it in your head as a check method, maybe to check your method, you haven't made a mistake, and also as you start moving on to A-level maths you might want to start doing these things in your head. So I know the answer is 3x squared add 5x add 2, as I've previously said that, and I want to show you how you get this in your head. Well, what you do is you do 3x multiplied by x in your head, 3x multiplied by x, and you get 3x squared. Okay, then what you do is you do 3x multiplied by 1 is 3x, and 2 multiplied by the x is 2x, so you would have a 3x and a 2x, which is 5x, and lastly you would do positive 2 multiplied by positive 1, positive 2 multiplied by positive 1, which is 2. Here's my 3x squared, here's my positive 5x, and here's my positive 2. So I could do it in my head if I got really familiar with it. So what I do is I do this term multiplied by this term for here, this term multiplied by this term, add this term multiplied by this term for here, and the numbers multiplied by each other to get me the number term. So let's have a go at continually doing that. How would I get the answer to this in my head? What I would do is I will write what's going on in my head over here. Okay, so I would do 2x multiplied by 4x to give me 8x squared. So I know the first term is 8x squared. I would do 2x multiplied by the 3, and I would add to it 5 multiplied by the 4x, so 4x multiplied by 5, which is 6x add 20x, which is 26x. So I would add 26x, and then I would do 5 multiplied by the 3, which would give me positive 15. Okay, and I could do that in my head. Right, let's have a go at another one. So, this time, I'm going to do this multiplied by this to give me 6x squared. I'm going to do this multiplied by this, and I'm going to add this multiplied by this together. So I'm going to do 2x multiplied by 2 is 4x, 5 multiplied by 3 is 15x, 4x add 15x is 19x, so it's going to be add 19x, and then I'm going to do the 5 multiplied by positive 2, which is positive 10. Right, let's have another go. This time I'm going to do 2x multiplied by 3x is going to give me the 6x squared. Then I'm going to do 2x multiplied by negative 2, and I'm going to combine that with 5 multiplied by 3x. Now 2x multiplied by negative 2 is negative 4x, and 5 multiplied by 3x is positive 15x, and these combine to positive 9x. So I get positive 9x here, and lastly for my number term, positive 5 multiplied by negative 2 is negative 10. Right, next one. Just going to change this 1 second, sorry, I wanted that to be a negative here this time. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2x multiplied by 3x, which is going to be equal to 6x squared. Then I'm going to do negative 5 multiplied by positive 3x, and positive 2x multiplied by positive 2. So negative 5 multiplied by 3x is negative 15x. 2x multiplied by positive 2 is positive 4x. If I combine those, I get negative 9x. So negative 9x. And lastly, negative 5 multiplied by positive 2 is negative 10. Okay, next one. So this time again, 2x multiplied by 3x is 6x squared. Negative 5 multiplied by 3x is negative 15x, and 2x multiplied by negative 2 is negative 4x, so I get negative 19x, and negative 5 multiplied by negative 2 is positive 10. Right, so hopefully you're starting to see that pattern, and you're starting maybe to be able to do these things in your head. Just a reminder, this is not essential. You do not have to do this in your head, and you can rely on pen and paper methods, absolutely. So don't feel pressured into doing this. I just thought I'd make a video on it to show you how I do them in my head, in case some students might like to do it like that. Lastly, if you have a bracket, firstly you just have to think of that in your head as 3x subtract 5 multiplied by 3x subtract 5. 3x multiplied by the 3x would give me 9x squared. Negative 5 multiplied by 3x is negative 15x. 3x multiplied by negative 5 is another negative 15x. Combining those is negative 30x. So subtract 30x. And lastly, you've got your negative 5 multiplied by negative 5 is positive 25. Right, it's time for you to try a few yourself. Now, if you want a bit more practice at doing the old method, please feel free to do that and do these the old way. If you think you can do these in your head, try and do those. If you get these all right, maybe now you're an expert in the fluency method and you can start doing them in your head. If you're getting quite a few of them wrong, I'd suggest you go back to the pen and paper method until you feel more confident. Anyway, I'll show you the answers to these in 10 seconds. Okay, and here are the answers. And I'd just like to point out a couple for you here. Maybe this last one would be worth pointing out for you here. This is 7 subtract 2x multiplied by 7 subtract 2x. So in my head, 7 multiplied by 7 is the 49. Negative 2x multiplied by negative 2x is the positive 4x squared. And 2 multiplied by negative 2x is negative 14. 2x multiplied by 7 is negative 14x. So in total you have the negative 28x there. So hopefully you found this useful in your work on algebra. Do remember, it is absolutely not essential, and I repeat that, not essential to be able to do this in your head. I just made the video just for interest, in case you would like it. Thanks very much for watching.